What's going on, boys and girls? What's up, world? Austin John Plays here. Welcome back to every shrine in Breath of the Wild. Now, we've already done the Great Plateau, the Dueling Peaks, and Hateno Tower. Now we are going to make our way to Lanayru. If this is your first time checking out Austin John Plays video for Breath of the Wild, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, as I'm going to have a lot more videos coming up for you. The first shrine we're going to be looking at is Neya's yohma, which is located inside of Zora's domain. Now, for pushing power, the trial here, it's a little simple to explain, but actually doing it is a little bit harder. So make your way all the way up to the top of the rolling boulders. Watch out for the rolling boulders. And then once you get to the very top, you're going to push this giant ball or keystone off of its podium. Which, in retrospect, I realized that I could have just done one right in front of the ball in the waterfall, and that would have pushed it off. But instead here, I climbed on top, I used stasis, and then I knocked it off. Which, you could totally do that too. That works. Now you want to glide on down, and this is an opportunity for you to get the chest, which is right here. Boop. Glide on down to the very bottom, and you use your Cryonis ability to create kind of a barrier to prevent it from falling off. Now mine happened to get stuck over here when all the boulders fell. Now I have one boulder inside of the one that I'm actually going to need, so I'm going to knock it out of the way. Use stasis on our keystone, and we're going to hit it a couple of times to get the momentum going forward. Actually, in retrospect, maybe only one hit would have been preferable. So, gonna knock it back over. And a little bit more, in the hole. There you go. Ooh, almost perfectly lined up too. For our next one, we're gonna make our way from Lanayru Tower directly north. This is gonna be the kofi Shrine, which is a minor test of strength. Here you're gonna be going up against one of these little baby guardians. Again, same strategy as last time. If you have a shock weapon to disable it, or if you have any blizzard weapons or any shock arrows, that's definitely your preference. Also, if you upgraded your stasis ability is going to be able to disable enemies. For our next shrine, which is the Rucco Maag shrine, if you've completed the Spring of Wisdom, your best bet is just glide on straight down to Rucco Maag. Otherwise, you can, get there however you want. And it's fairly out in the open. Just gliding my way on down. Just if you are going to go by foot, be sure to be careful of this area since it is completely surrounded in spikes. You're going to need to navigate your way through. Once inside, what you're going to need to do, this little controller right here is going to move that giant block with the flame and the water on it. You're going to need to ignite all 5 flames. And if you look in the back, you see that treasure chest. You can actually get both of the treasure chests by shooting an arrow through the flame and burning it up. What's important to do when igniting these is pay attention to where that water is, because that can extinguish all of the fires. And for our last one, boop, now all 5 flames are lit. Door is gonna open, and we're gonna go get our orb. Beautiful. Oh, first, get all my arrows back. Those are precious commodity in this game. Next up, we are going to be going to Tingle Island. Yep, Tingle, like the elf. He's not at the island. Sorry to disappoint you. Now, this one is a little bit of a journey. My best strategy is go from Zora's domain, head up north to Toto Lake, which, by the way, you get a piece of Zora armor. It's inside of the water over here. Head on your way through this mountainous area, all the way to Tatal Peak, and then you can paraglide down to Davdi Island. Or if you don't make it, there's a little bridge right here, so don't worry. Also, little bridge up to Knuckle Island. And then a little bit of a bridge to Ankle Island. And then, that's right, you guessed it, we're gonna do a bridge that brings us to Tingle Island. And the shrine is located generally right in the middle here. Now, it's gonna be covered by this enormous boulder. You can use either an Octorok balloon, or you can use your stasis ability and knock it out of the way. Beautiful. Watch it just go soaring off into the distance. In the mael shrine, you're going to use your arrows to cut the little strings that are holding this boulder up here so that it falls back down. Great. Which then sends you soaring into the sky. And if you don't want the chest, that's all you need. Or make your way on over to the second podium. Use that giant block to then boost you up in the air. Whee! And then glide down to the treasure chest. And then just repeat that last step if you want to make your way back on over to the orb, which I assume you do. I got a diamond, so yeah, that's definitely something that that you would want to get. For our next shrine, it is directly next to the wetland stable, located just west of this little swamp marsh area. Very, very easy to get to. It's called Shields from Water. And for this one, you're going to use your Cryonis ability, make yourself a little stepping stool pattern. Put one in the waterfall to boost your way on up. Take care of that guardian with an arrow. Use your Cryonis ability to knock that chest out of the water. And put one right at the end for you to exit. Let's get our chest. Ooh, ancient core. And then climb on up. That brings us to our last area. Knock both these guardians out even before they see us. Perfect. Use your Cryonis ability a little bit later down this path to create a giant ice stone that will block the raft from falling off. Jump on top of the raft to get to the podium. Use your Cryonis ability to bring it out of the water. I'm going to do another one to help me in case I land in the water and I start drifting away. Instead, I'll drift into the giant block. Perfect. Head on inside. Let's get our chest. Make sure to recycle. Set up our last block right at the end. And then we float down to our orb. Perfect. For our next shrine, you're going to go from Krenul Peak. Yeah, let's go with Krenul Peak. And you're going to glide east all the way over to this little island over here. Now, you need to glide here. You cannot walk here because it is completely surrounded by thorns. Now, for speed of light, there's a couple of things that we're going to need to do. First, jump off of the right side, get your chest. They put it right out in the open for you. Opal! Now, if you spin this little guy right here, it's going to make the laser go all the way around, raise up the water, swim to the other side. And I am going to take this barrel and place it directly above the switch, which in hindsight, I didn't really need to do that, but the alternative option, I think, takes more steps, and I think this is the one so a little bit easier. So yeah, set up your Cryonis blocks, bring that barrel out of the water, make your way on over, boop, boop, boop. And set up a block directly above the switch. Make sure to not accidentally knock the block that you're standing on. That'd be really helpful. Raise it out of the water, grab your barrel, place it above the switch. Perfect. Just take care of all the blocks that we leave here. Now swim all the way back to the very entrance of the area. Spinning around again, that's going to make the laser spin around. And then you need to swim really, really fast all the way to the other side. You need to get there before the water is lowered. When the water lowers, it's going to drop that barrel that you placed above that switch onto the switch. Boop. Door's going to open. Congratulations. Get your orb. For our next trial, from Lanayru Tower, you're going to make your way to this area of small little islands and marshland to Shrine Island, perfectly named, to the Daka Tuss Shrine. Inside here it's called Sunken Scoop. Now you're going to use your Magnesis ability. Grab the scoop. I said the scoop. Grab the scoop. And grab one of the key orbs. Keystones? Balls. Key balls. And you're going to drop it right onto the pedestal. That's going to open up the door to the next area. Make sure to bring the scoop with you into the next area. You don't need that ball. Leave that ball. Grab one of the stones, put it above this little trapdoor, and then place the scoop directly on top of the giant switch in the water. That's going to activate the switch, and then the ball falls into the hole, and that's going to lower the water. Now, with the water lowered, you can make your way to the first room and go get the treasure chest, and continue on to the last area, which is just walking upstairs to get your orb. Pretty simple. For our next one, which is the Shai Yota Shrine, this one's a little bit of a puzzle and involves a shrine quest associated with it. Best way to get there is go from Jatan Sami, the Spring of Wisdom, and just glide on down. Now the shrine is located here, but you're going to be doing most of the activities for the shrine directly right here, right by this giant U shape. Talk to Cass. He's going to tell you a little song about this place with the ancient verse that goes as follows. He breaks the rocks to serve the bind above the tempestuous bay. On wings of cloth and wool entwined, he lands an altar to open the way. That was my pirate voice. What that actually means is you need to break all the giant rock formations around the island. So swim on over to this first one, throw a bomb at it. Oh, mine lodged there perfectly. That's great. Swim away to make sure we don't get caught in the explosion. And like a superhero action man movie, you want to face away, detonate that bomb. I thought the explosion would be bigger. And we get a cutscene that we open up one of the pathways for the air. Next, we're going to shoot down that rock formation. Now for all of these, you could use bombs, you could use bomb arrows, or if you know how to take care of the wind, you can use the bomb in the wind to blow up the rocks, which I'm going to do that for this third one over here, which is the right side of the U. I'm going to throw a bomb directly into the wind, and with perfect timing, boop. Now, all three pathways for air have been engaged, unblocked. They've been opened up. Now we need to make our way on top of the entire little U-shaped island. Let's throw a rock inside of that little rock circle. That's going to give us a Korok seed. Great. Now make your way to the very end of the U, the highest point. Be sure to save your game just in case you mess up, just because swimming back here is a pain in the butt. Now you're going to jump off of the island. You're going to glide all the way on over, get caught inside of the stream. That's going to push you forward. Now it's important to not deactivate your glider. You need to land on the pedestal with your glider still out. That will then open up the pedestal. The shrine will erect from the ground. And you get to head on side for Shai Yota's blessing. Which is a great flame blade. By the way, fun fact, if you're in a cold area, you could use a flame blade to warm your body temperature. For the last shrine, make your way back to Zora's domain, and for this one, you're going to need to complete the entire storyline for the divine beast in this area. Speak to that young child. He's going to tell you to talk to this cranky old man over here, who totally lost a ceremonial sword. He lost the ceremonial trident. He somehow accidentally threw it off of this bridge. That makes sense. But by accident, I dropped it off of the bridge. I don't know how. Where are my pants? So jump off of the bridge. If I told you to jump off of a bridge, would you do it? Your mom says no, but Austin John Play says yes. Let's use our magnesis ability to try to find that trident. And boop, there it is. Great. So now, set up some cryonis pillars, make your way on a little bit closer, whip out magnesis again, grab it out of the water, and bring it right over to you. The ceremonial trident, which is a knockoff of the light scale trident, and it actually tells you that. And just for poops and laughs, I decided to try this out with the light scale trident, the actual reward that you get for unlocking the divine beast. Which the two are pretty much identical, one's just stronger and more durable. Head your way back on out west of Zora's domain, up this little pathway. Forget that fox. Forget that boar. Get this mushroom, go vegan. And then right here, you're going to see the pedestal and a giant waterfall. Now with your Zora armor, you're going to be able to swim up this waterfall and paraglide down. Now, while still paragliding, but not too far that you kill yourself, you're going to do a down attack. And that's going to unlock the shrine. And you're going to go on inside, get your blessing, get your orb, and you're all set. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is this part of all of the shrines in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave some positive energy. Leave some great comments down below. Until next time, Austin John out. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. I'm going to be giving you guys lots of helpful videos in the next following days and weeks. Till next time, Austin John out.